Right from the start, things are tense. We're barely 2 seconds in and the word infidelity drops like a bomb. In family court, that's more than drama. It's the fuel that usually turns simple custody into a battlefield. Pay attention. When betrayal enters a case, every answer becomes personal.
It wasn't long after, had already found out about her infidelity that we separated. It was only...
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls Adriana Estrada.
Ms. Estrada, will you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you provide in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can lower your hand. You may proceed.
What is your full name, ma'am?
I'm sorry?
What is your full name?
Adriana Estrada.
And what are the full names of your children on the case?
Vincent Madrigales, Sandra Madrigales, and Andres Madrigales.
Okay. And who is the father of Vincent Madrigales?
Andres Madrigales.
Okay, and you and Mr. Madrigales signed an acknowledgement of paternity for Vincent?
Yeah.
No, and I asked that the acknowledgement of paternity for Vincent Madrigales be placed in evidence as State's Exhibit 1.
Notice how fast the state jumps to paperwork. In court, emotions are loud, but documents are king. These acknowledgments of paternity might sound boring, but legally they are the receipts, proof of fatherhood. Once they're admitted, there's no maybe, he's not the dad. It locks him in financially and legally.
Do you have any objection, Ms. Estrada, to that exhibit coming in as evidence?
I'm sorry, no, he has not.
Do you have any objection, Ms. Estrada?
No.
Mr. Madrigales, do you have any objection to the exhibit coming in as evidence?
Could you repeat it? I didn't understand it.
The acknowledgement of paternity, do you have any objection to that coming in as evidence?
I'm sorry, I'm just confused. Is there in question that there's someone else could be the father of Vincent?
Mr. Madrigales, this is a court hearing and we introduce evidence often. The document that was attached to the petition, the estate is requesting that that document be entered as evidence. Do you have any objection?
No.
State's Exhibit 1 is admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Estrada, who is the father of Sandra Madrigales?
Andres Madrigales.
I would ask that the acknowledgement of paternity for Sandra Madrigales be placed in evidence as State's Exhibit 2.
Any objection, Ms. Estrada?
No.
Any objection, Mr. Madrigales?
No.
State's Exhibit 2 is admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ma'am, who is Andres Madrigales' father, your child, Andres?
Andres Madrigales.
Your Honor, ask that the acknowledgement of paternity for Andres Madrigales be placed in evidence as State's Exhibit 3.
Any objection, Ms. Estrada? Yes or no?
No.
Any objection, Mr. Madrigales?
No.
State's Exhibit 3 is admitted.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mrs. Estrada, are there any concerns with your address and other identifying information being in the court order?
No.
And if you were to move in the future, would there be any reason you would need to keep that information private?
No.
Okay. And are there any concerns with sharing rights and responsibilities for the children with Mr. Madrigales?
No.
Okay. And previously, orders for medical support only for the children were addressed when you and Mr. Madrigales were still together. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Previously, there were some orders regarding the children that just addressed medical because you and Mr. Madrigales were still together. Is that correct?
Yes.
And have you and Mr. Madrigales since separated
Yes.
Okay, and you believe it's now in the court's interest, the children's best interest for the court to address the rights and responsibilities between you and Mr. Madrigalis for them and visitation.
I'm sorry, it cut out. Can you repeat that?
Now that you are separated, do you believe it's in the children's best interest that the court address things like how rights and responsibilities are supposed to be shared between you and Mr. Madrigal's, visitation, and potentially some child support?
Yes.
Okay, and when did you and Mr. Madrigalis separate?
November of 2023.
Okay. Now, when you separated, did the children stay primarily with you or with Mr. Madrigalis?
With me.
Okay, and they've continued to do so?
Yes.
Do you believe it's in the children's best interest that that be what continues as far as you being the parent who establishes their primary residence?
Yes.
What do you believe would be in their best interest as far as visitation or contact with their father?
On the weekends.
Okay. Would there be any concerns if the court included a standard possession order?
No.
Okay, and that's something you've had the opportunity to discuss, and you're aware of what a standard possession order entails?
Yes.
Okay, and let's see. What health insurance is currently available for the children?
The judge steps in quickly here, and for a reason. Court isn't a debate, it's a precision game. You can't just argue or explain, you must ask proper questions. Notice how Dad keeps trying to explain instead of asking. Judges don't want stories, they want facts. And how you ask for those facts matters. One wrong phrasing can shut down your entire point.
I have them on chip right now.
Okay. Do you have a separate dental coverage for them?
Yes. Their dad has them on dental.
Okay. I pass the witness.
Okay, Mr. Madrigalis, you'll get an opportunity to testify in a few moments, but do you have any questions of Mrs. Strada about what she just testified to?
Yes, I believe some of it was inaccurate.
Okay, you're going to need to ask a question, otherwise we'll let you testify in just a moment.
Okay, I need to ask Adriana.
Yes.
Okay, Adriana, when we separated, I believe it was in July, not November. And whenever we did separate, I believe it was me that had the children more because
Hold on. You've got to ask her a question. So what's your question? Let me see. Mrs. Strada, did you separate in July or did you separate in November?
When I left his place, it was in November, I think.
And did the children live with you?
It was like the end of October. Yes, they were living with me.
Did you separate at some point in July, possibly?
We were still living together at that time.
Any other questions, Mr. Madrigalis?
Yes, Adriana, we did separate in July due to the infidelity.
Okay, Mr. Madrigalis, I'm going to give you an opportunity to testify in just a few moments. Do you have any questions of Mrs. Strada? They need to begin with who, what, when, and where.
Okay. Mrs. Strada, where were the kids when you still didn't have your place?
I did have my place and they were with me.
So they were not with me while you were getting everything situated. You didn't have anything.
No, they came with me.
Any other questions?
If it's not accurate, I don't know what to say.
Well, you're going to get an opportunity to testify, Mr. Madrigalis, so just hold that thought. Any other witnesses, Ms. Coons?
Your Honor, the state calls Mr. Madrigalis.
Okay, Mr. Madrigalis, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you provide in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay, you can lower your hand. You may proceed, Ms. Coons.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, what is your full name?
Andres Luis Madrigal.
Okay. And was there a time when you and Miss Estrada both lived in the same home with the children?
Yes.
Okay. When do you recall separating?
I recall separating after the infidelity, and that it was in July.
July of 2024? Or 23, rather?
I believe it was 23.
Okay. And when you separated in July 23, where did the kids stay primarily?
In the house we were already in.
Okay. And who stayed there with them?
It was me and Adriana.
Okay. Was there a point where Miss Estrada stopped residing in the home with you?
Yes.
And when did that occur?
It wasn't long after, once we, had already found out about her infidelity, that we separated. It was only maybe a month and a half before she left her apartment.
And when she moved out of the home that the two of you were in with the children, did the children go with her?
No, they stayed with me.
Okay. At some point, did that change?
Yes.
Okay. Do you recall when approximately the children went to live primarily with Miss Estrada?
After he got everything for her apartment.
Okay.
Which took a little bit.
Do you know about when that was?
I think that's whenever it was about November.
Okay. So around November of 23.
Here's a major turning point. He's not asking for a weekend dad's schedule. He wants full 50/50ths custody. Sounds fair, right? But legally, requesting 50/50ths requires evidence that both parents have already been sharing time equally. If you haven't been doing it, the judge won't start it now just because you suddenly want it.
Yes.
Okay, and the children have been primarily with you, or with her rather, since...
Yes.
Okay. Are you asking for anything different than standard possession order for yourself?
Could you please tell me what standard possession order is?
Well, it would depend on how far apart the two of you live, but potentially some weekend visits on the first, third, and fifth weekend of each month, a Thursday evening visit each week, alternating holiday. It would deal with spring break as well, and a longer visit for you in the summer.
Okay, yes, I want different than that.
Okay, what are you asking that the court order in terms of that?
I am asking 50/50, week with me, week with her.
Okay. And why do you believe that would be in the best interest of the children?
I believe it would be in their best interest because every time they're with me, they say they want more time with me. And also, I want more time with them. I've voiced to Adriana that I've always wanted that and more time with her, with the children, and the week with me, week with her. and it would be in their best interest because I feel it's very important that they're with their mother and me, their father, equally, just
Okay.
to get through. Mm-hmm.
And where are you currently employed, Mr. Madrigalis?
I am employed at North Texas State Hospital.
Okay. Do you have some health and dental insurance for the children through your employer?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know how much it costs for the children to be on the health insurance?
I believe it is $280, but I believe that's the price.
Okay, and so is the $280 just for the children?
Yes, just for health insurance.
Okay, and that doesn't cover anyone. That cost doesn't cover anyone except for the children on this case.
Yes.
Okay, and how much is the dental insurance
The dental is $65.
monthly?
Yes.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Is that also just for the children on the case?
Yes, it's just for the children.
Okay. And are you paid a salary?
Yes.
Do you know what your monthly salary is before taxes or anything comes out?
Before taxes, I believe it is $3,800.
Okay. And do you have any other minor children besides the children on this case?
No.
Okay. I pass the witness.
Ms. Estrada, do you have any questions of Mr. Madrigalis about what he just testified to?
No.
Mr. Madrigalis, have you been doing 50-50 split with Ms. Estrada?
So what we've been doing is we've been doing well with when she needs me to watch the kids during the week, or if the kids want to just come over. We've been doing fine. They've been coming over on Fridays. As soon as I get off, I pick them up. It's what we've been doing.
Okay. All right. Ms. Coons?
Your Honor, the state rests.
Okay, the state is rested. That means they have no further evidence, no further testimony. Mrs. Estrada, do you have any further evidence or testimony?
No.
Mr. Madrigalis, do you have any further evidence or further testimony?
This argument shows up in court all the time. I can't afford child support. But here's the legal truth. Child support is based on the children's needs, not the parents' comfort. The judge doesn't care if bills are hard. Support is calculated by formula, not feelings. And the more he argues this point emotionally, the weaker it sounds legally.
In regards to the schedule?
Any issue, Mr. Madrigalis, this is the opportunity to put in your last bit of testimony.
Okay, yes, I do.
You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would also like to say that for the schedule, that I do believe that's in the children's best interest. They've always wanted to come with me just as much as they do their mother, and it would only benefit them to be with both of us equally.
Okay.
And,
Okay, go ahead.
and also in regards to child support, I wouldn't like to have to pay it. Me and Miss Adriana, we both, I think she might make more than me, but I know we have the same salary. I wouldn't be able to afford anything if I had to pay any child support. I know the medical support is there. I believe that that's good because that would come in handy for any co-payments whenever anything should come up. But with me paying health insurance, dental, vision, on top of all of my bills, mortgage, car payments, insurance. It's all the same. And I believe it would be just as fair to have 1 week with me, 1 week with Adriana. That way we both share, we both get equal time with the children, which benefits them. And it also helps us, each other, gives her time to do what she needs to do, or have a break or a financial break, whatever that is, and the same for me.
Okay. Ms. Estrada, are you asking for back child support since November of 2023?
Yes.
And have you had the children more than what Mr. Madrigalis has stated?
Yes, I have.
And you've heard his request for more time. Is he visiting the children more than a standard possession order at this time?
No.
Okay. And you're not requesting that, or are you?
No.
Has he made any payments to you for child support since you separated?
No, he has not.
Okay. All right. Ms. Kuntz, close.
Your Honor, I'd ask the court's determination on the conservatorship and possession and access based on the testimony of the parties today. I would, let's see.
One more thing, Ms. Kuntz, you indicated that medical support was previously ordered, but a pay record has not been admitted into evidence. Are you requesting to resolve any of that? Previously ordered medical support?
No medical arrears at this time, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Let's see. I would ask that Mr. Madrigalis be responsible for providing the health and dental insurance for the children through his employer. If I calculate guideline child support based on the income he testified to, taking into account the cost of health and dental, then the guideline child support amount I get initially is $863 per month, with step downs to $720 per month, and then $576 per month. If retroactive support were ordered back to November 2030, then the total amount I come out with potentially is $19,339. Let's see. If that were ordered, I would request a payment plan of $150 per month on it.
Okay. Ms. Estrada, are you requesting anything different than what the state has requested?
No.
And Mr. Madrigalis?
Hello?
Yes, are you requesting anything in your final request?
Yes, I'm requesting not to pay back child support. In our original petition with the Attorney General, Ms. Estrada voiced that she does not want any child support, and that should be on record. We both agreed to it.
Watch this section closely. The judge is about to make a ruling based on one key question. Who has been the primary caregiver most of the time? Not who cheated, not who makes more money, not who wants 50/50ths. Judges follow patterns of parenting already established. And since mom had the kids most of the time, the ruling is about to fall in her favor. Next.
And also, I'm requesting not to pay child support because it is in the best interest of the children. I believe that they are with both of us equally.
Okay, Ms. Coos, there was a prior order, is that correct? Regarding all three children?
There was, yes, Your Honor, on the, yes, medical only was addressed at that time. Or ordered
Right,
at
but
that.
there was an opportunity to address all issues and that was waived, was that correct?
I believe that is, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, I will order that the parties, Mr. Madrigalis and Ms. Estrada, be named joint managing conservators of the children, with Ms. Estrada being the conservator with the exclusive right to determine the primary residence of the children. I will order an extended possession order for Mr. Madrigalis, so he can have possession of the children the maximum amount of time allowed under the standard possession order. I'm going to order Mr. Madrigalis to maintain health insurance and dental insurance through his employment. Credit will be given towards the gross income he testified to, I believe $3,800 per month. I think he testified to $280 for medical support, $60.
The judge's explanation is brutal but fair. Courts don't experiment with children. If a week-to-week schedule wasn't already proven to work, the courtroom isn't the place to try it out. In other words, you can't ask the judge to test drive your parenting plan.
$55 for dental support. I will order current child support in the amount of $863 per month beginning March 1st, 2025. That amount will step down to $720 and then $576 for one child. Court costs will be assessed against Mr. Madrigalis to be paid 1 year from today's date. Retroactive child support I do not see as an issue. No request for a medical support judgment was made. And does that address all the issues, Ms. Kuntz?
It does, Your Honor, yes.
Any party can ask for a new hearing on any of the issues I've ruled on today by filing a trial de novo with the Wilbarger District Clerk's Office within the next 3 days. It must be in writing. It must specify the portion of my ruling in which a new hearing is being requested, and notice must go out to all of the parties regarding the filing of the trial de novo. Ms. Kuntz will draft the order, submit it to me for review. Once I've signed it, copies will go out to each of you. That concludes today's hearing, and you're free to disconnect from the Zoom meeting.
Your Honor, could I ask you something?
Clarification if you need it. Yes, sir.
Could I just have clarification on why I have to pay child support and why we cannot do week and week with each other?
Because, yes, sir. I deem that the extended standard possession order is in the best interest of the child. That week to week has not been established prior to coming here today, and I'm not going to start anything new that's different or you haven't tried it out before. You and Ms. Estrada, and this will say this in the court order, can agree to any type of possession that you want to. Absent an agreement, you will have the extended possession order, and that is why I ruled that way.
Okay. So also, can you tell me why I'd have to pay that much child support? Because
that's guideline child support, sir. That's how we calculate it. If you have any other questions, I can put you in a breakout room and you can talk to Ms. Kuntz.
No. Also, could you just clarify to me on how I would like to do another hearing, and could you re-explain that to me?
Yes, you can file a trial de novo with the Wilbarger District Clerk's Office within the next 3 days.
Okay, and I just go to where? Can you tell me where that's at?
Okay, you're going to need to seek legal counsel. I can't give you any legal advice, Mr. Madrigalis. I can only tell you what your steps are, okay?
Okay, so, sorry, could you just tell me again what it was, the child what?
It's called trial de novo. And you should probably, if you can either look it up or you can seek counsel.
Okay, trial de novo, okay.
Ms. Rushing, what is the website? Texas Law Help?
TexasLawHelp.org.
There you go.
And if you type trial de novo in the search